What's up, guys? Do a quick video here. G3 1860 CCJ. This boat was built in 2005, sold in 06. Previous owner had it 3 years. I've had it the last 9. So it is 13 years old, but I have a problem. And I know this is a beloved boat by a lot of guys, and it is a good boat for the river. Good shallow water boat, pretty well built. But major design flaw here in mine. And I know they've made some changes, so if this isn't relevant anymore, then take that into consideration. But if you own one, you might want to check this. And I may check with G3. Because I think this is a terrible design, and it's, I have an issue now, and it's a nightmare to repair. So last year I replaced the aerator pump right down there, because the last couple years the aerator hasn't filled very well. Replaced the pump, didn't make a difference. Pretty disappointed. Whatever, went fishing. In the fall, I kept finding water in, and I knew I had a leak, or I thought I had a leak. Didn't know if I punched a hole in the bottom or, a little bit or something. It was minor, it was just like this spring, first time out to try the motor and stuff, it seemed really bad. So, started tearing stuff apart. Here's what we got. This was a factory installed riser pipe that went to this aerator fitting, and as you can see, that has collapsed, and there was a bend there that's come out a little bit but was also bad. This just not the right pipe, not the right bend. Mine has a knockout plug here, but the knockout plug wasn't where the fitting was for the live well, so we actually had to make this hole. And I made another plug that's going to cover that. So, because you couldn't get in, this is very narrow in here. So that was another issue. So we fixed that. There's new pipe on here. This actually came off. Maybe due to the pressure. I don't know exactly what we had going on. The other thing about this pipe, the aerator pipe holds water, and I never had issues, but we had a lot of cold temperatures this winter, and maybe that was the final straw. I don't know, even though I know I had some of the leak at the end of last year before freezing. So after we got that fixed, we were down to a minor leak, and this is where the major issue. The drain... There's one of the drain tubes. There's one on the other side. That's an aluminum tube pipe. It's aluminum tubing. So even when you go to replace this stuff, it's 3/4 OD outside, 5/8 inside pipe. Aluminum tube. It's not a pipe. Don't go to a pipe store and ask for it, because they're going to look at you funny. It's aluminum tubing. Like a structural tubing. And there was a fill one right under here. I actually had to trim this out. There's actually some wasted aluminum here that could be trimmed out. I think I will. It's not doing anything. It's in underneath this box. But the fill pipe, which ran right about here to the back of the boat, I now have to drive out and chop up in sections, and that's about as big a piece as I can get out at a time. I got about 6 feet to do like that. I could not come up with another way to do it. Taking the floor out, which you'd have to drill out every single rivet, would not really help you. You'd have to pull the entire floor out, and there is a ton of rivets. And then you're still stuck underneath the stringers. I thought maybe the pipe straightened because it has a bend on both ends. I thought maybe it would go out the aerator. I'm sorry, the aerator hole or the drain plug hole, because those holes are bigger. And right there is the pipe. I'm working it out. Just cut another piece off. And I'll show you what I believe to have been the leak. If you can see that, there, just focused. I don't know if a grain of salt, I don't know if some other metal. Those marks above my thumb are for me strangling the pipe with vice grips. But that pitted hole is through. The pipe would actually only leak under pressure. But there's, you know, first off, there's dirt gets trapped along the pipe. And so you got abrasives against the pipe. Then now that I've had a problem, you can't get the pipe out. You know, so this is, if you, this is a real bear. And I just thought I'd share. I know this is an odd one. You know, I'm praying that the drain pipes don't fail, because I'm gonna have to tear the, I'd probably have to drill out or cut out the platform the battery sits on to get to those tube pipes. And they are actually all the way to the back, hanging out the back. It's something I definitely do not like about these boats. There's my current one, smashed flat. So, you know, anyway, I mean, I think I could have come up with a better design myself. I think if I'd ever build one, this is something I won't do. But anyway, wanted to share that. And, you know, just in case anybody has that issue, and you know, you hear nothing but good stuff about these boats, and I love this boat. But, I mean, it's taken quite a bit of man hours between sealing the system, trying to find the leak, now pulling this pipe has been, because it is really hard to get at. It is really hard to get at. So anyway, guys, good luck fishing this year.